The man has already fried 100 boxes of seaweed. He wants to turn them into delicious snacks, but the deep-fried seaweed always tastes bitter and greasy. He keeps trying different methods until all the raw materials are used up. He still fails to get the flavor he wants. The man turns around in disappointment, suddenly found that there was still a bag of seaweed scattered on the ground, so he holds on to his last hope. He puts the seaweed into the oil pan and finds out this piece of seaweed is different. The man quickly takes a bite. It has a crispy texture and a delicious taste. He notices that the outer plastic bag is very damp. Then he remembers that this bag of seaweed got caught in the rain last night. The excess salt has been washed away. With this secret to making high-quality seaweed, his seaweed was snapped up as soon as it was sold. In just 1 month, he makes a net profit of 1 million, but he feels disappointed because his father went bankrupt and owed up to 40 million. At the current turnover rate, he needs to fry seaweed for 40 years to pay off all the debts. That night, the man suddenly notices that there are 3 convenience stores on one street. If his seaweed can be sold in chain convenience stores, he can expand sales and earn more. The next day, he goes to the headquarters of the convenience store chain to discuss cooperation, but before he can introduce his seaweed, the product manager, citing the shabby packaging, turns him away. But in order to seize this opportunity, the man doesn't hesitate to sell his most beloved computer, hires a designer to redesign a more attractive package. Later, he returns to the headquarters with the new packaging, but the product manager keeps deliberately avoiding him. After waiting for a whole day, the man's mental defense is completely broken. He threw the seaweed into the elevator in frustration, intending to give up his entrepreneurial dream. After a while, a staff member sees the discarded seaweed in the elevator, takes a few packs and tastes them. The taste is excellent. He even licks his fingers clean, then shares them with his colleagues. In this way, the man is actively called to the company by the product manager. The product manager plans to sell the seaweed in 70,000 stores nationwide, but there is one condition. The Food Quality Supervision Department will inspect the factory's hygiene standards. If the inspection is passed, the cooperation will take effect immediately. But the man is now penniless. He doesn't have a production factory at all. He decides to sell his only car, rents an abandoned warehouse, and gives it a simple renovation. Soon, the quality inspectors come to this simple factory. As soon as they enter, found the workers here are not wearing masks. The lampshade on the bulb is also missing. The sink is full of dirt. Even the paint on the walls is not dry. She gives the man a week to rectify all the problems. The man accepts all the suggestions and tries his best to solve every problem. Finally, when the quality inspectors come for the second inspection, the entire factory has taken on a new look. In the end, the man's products and factory all meet the standards. His seaweed is sent to 27 countries around the world. In just 2 years, the man pays off all his father's debts. A few years later, the annual sales volume of his seaweed reaches 1.5 billion, and he owns a seaweed plantation. Have you ever eaten the seaweed of his brand?